Well, good evening everybody, and welcome once again then to Season 9 of the ORL Online Racing League in F1 2017. We're in round number 10 now, just 3 races to go, and we're in Baku for what is sure to be a crazy race. Any street track always seems to be a bit of a strange race for us guys, and I'm sure Baku will be no different. Evening Cowsfoot, I'm sure I'll have a good one, I hope you do as well. I'm sure you'll be confirmed as champion tonight unless something strange happens. But I'll see if by some kind of miracle I can keep myself in the championship fight. Unlikely, let's be honest. So I hope everyone has had a good week and is ready for hopefully a bit more of an exciting race than Abu Dhabi that we had today. Last race of the season, and it was a bit of a boring one, really, wasn't it? Unfortunately. So, Baku's a very tricky track. Obviously, the Jeff mate. Just shut up. Did I ask you, Jeff? No, I did not. Great. Cheers, mate. Yes, Baku's a bit of a strange circuit. It's very, very fast for a street track. And of course the castle section has become kind of iconic already, even inside 2 years. Such a narrow section. And we're all going to have to be pretty careful to keep the car in one piece through there on lap 1 and for the entirety of the race. It's going to be another one of those races you just want to try and finish. If you can finish, you've got a good chance of points here today. As for my chances personally, again, we'll be aiming for sort of top 5 in qualifying, top 5 in the race. I'll be happy with that. Anything above that is a bonus. That's was always going to happen at some point. Let's try not to do that at any other point though. As well as the barriers being really close around here, it's a surprisingly low grip track as well. You have to be very careful on traction. Requires a lot of concentration for sure. Now this is my personal least favourite corner on the track. I can guarantee I will hit that barrier at some point during this session. Whether it be practice, qualifying or the race. I prefer to get it out of the way in practice, but always misjudge that corner at some point. And then of course, the main reason that this track is such a quick one is the long straight over the line, and it's probably, I think it's the longest straight on the Formula 1 calendar. I haven't got the grip on the mediums to go that deep. So we probably, like Monaco and Singapore, one of the least commentated races this season, just because of the pure concentration involved. It's still a pretty new track as well. Still don't feel 100% confident in it. Obviously I'll try and have a chat with you guys when I can.
Good lap, P3. You've moved up into P3.
And I think the toughest thing about this track is it just doesn't flow too well. There's a lot of just 90-degree corners. And on a street track, that makes it pretty tricky. Monaco and Singapore have a flow. This is just about finding a way around without crashing, really. You never feel comfortable. But I think it's a welcome addition to the calendar for sure. Certainly a set piece track right in the middle of a city with all these historical buildings around.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap. To come in before you run out of fuel. Pit within 2 laps.
Also a lot of high curbs here as well, helps preventing corner cutting, but if you get a corner wrong, it can send you straight into a barrier very quickly. And just to top it all off, it's got a very, very unnecessary pit entry. So, has a completely unnecessary chicane. Which I'm really not entirely sure why it has it, but we'll deal with it. I'm sure it'll be an exciting race to watch anyway. Just a reminder, the championship is technically still going, but Calcifer leads by 74 points from myself with 75 remaining. So it's going to need a pretty strange tool of events for that to happen. But we'll be going for the runner-up spot. That would be a pretty successful opening season, to be fair. So just need some decent points today. Just need to get home. And we'll see what we can do. An okay opening run. Mediums I really don't think are going to be tyres we're going to be using.
Fastest lap is a 1 minute 46.1.
But, as always, we go through the 3 compounds just so we get a feel of all of them. So we'll go straight back out on the soft tyres. No, not the wet tyres. That reminds me, hopefully it's going to be a wet weekend. I don't think I've ever driven around here in the wet. Oh, thank God. No rain. Thank God for that. Good evening, Nation Game. How you doing, buddy? Welcome along to the stream.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
Yeah, he will be. I don't think we've got any worse of serious for the next couple of races either. I think he got a bit irritated by the bugs he's been experiencing, which took him out of the championship fight. So I don't think Kouser's going to see much competition in this race, but all credit to him. I've got to drive that quick to be that quick. You're his friend. Ah, okay. Well, I know you'll be hoping we'll clinch the title today then. And there is the soon-to-be champ just ahead of us. Doing what no McLaren Honda could do this year. And leading. Up there.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Brakes are tricky around here. They really are, and they're oh so important on a street track as well. And have the right feel, the barriers can be coming up very quickly indeed. Still not feeling comfortable around it. Just every corner feels like it could be the end. Unlike Monaco and Singapore, still don't really have enough practice around here. We're looking okay at the moment at times. And speed will have to be balanced with consistency and lack of crashing in the race as well, let's not forget that. A little bit put off by legit going off track there. Shouldn't be really, but was. Gotta get that curb on the exit of there is almost an entire car width, and if you get out onto it, there's no grip because the under tray is just stuck on it. You need to come up with a better line around there really to avoid it. I swear I put the pit limiter on there, but apparently not. Thankfully only a warning. A better run. Some mistakes still, but it's to be expected. Anybody in the chat watch Abu Dhabi earlier today? And if so, what do you guys think of it? In my opinion, pretty typical Abu Dhabi race. Some okay battling in the midfield, the rest of the race was pretty poor. Alright, we'll wait a little bit and then we'll go out and do some laps on the super softs. Fairly competitive at the moment.
1:44.9.
Evening, Humbrian. Guten Tag, shall we warm? Your greetings just get better and better each time, my friend. In which case, if you haven't watched it, we won't talk about it. That's fine. You can watch it when you can. I understand that. We've had plenty of these races this year that I didn't want to know because I haven't watched it. Some pretty over-the-top tyre warming going on from Gauss there. A little drift around the back corner, but I think that was more... There seems to be a horrible, like, crabbing that happens when you're watching cars on this game. The car actually isn't doing it. Right on board with our suit. That's the wrong button. Let's watch some other people anyway. Leo going around the old banana boat. Hope this is a little less sweaty. I wouldn't count on it not being, Humbrian. It's a street circuit and it gets pretty tight around here. So I think it's going to be just as warm and sweaty as Spa was last week. Should be good fun though, should be good to watch. Ooh. incident there. It's going to happen fairly often around here. Right. Let's go out and do a super soft run, shall we? Do a little bit of quali prep. And that's the wrong button. You do love this circuit though. Unlike Monaco, you can race this without having a chat with the barriers. I tend to make contact with barriers more often round here than Monaco, I'll be honest. I think it's because I don't know the track quite as well as Monaco yet. But apart from the castle section, it's not as tight as Monaco for sure. So most of the corners are, and most of the track is the standard width of a normal non-street track, but it's just that castle section and braking points that I still haven't quite got the hang of around here.
Of fuel remaining. Last lap moves you up to P2.
Trying some new things there, didn't really work, but first time I was fairly happy with. Evening Hammermeister, how you doing my friend? Welcome along, welcome back should I say to the stream.
Come in this lab, please. Box this lab.
Oh, even for those just couple of hot laps, shows how difficult this is going to be, this track. I'm glad you're well, Hammermeister. I hope you had a good week and a good weekend. Special guest, company vice chairman. Why do I need to hear this stuff? Why does the announcer say this stuff? At least like read through the order or something, you'd think.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 44.0.
Okay, pace looking alright. Of course we don't know until we get into qualifying exactly what we're up against from everybody else. Just gonna go turn my radiator off. It's gonna get pretty hot in there. I don't think I need a radiator on as well. Right, we'll just wait for the session to finish, of course, then the all-important qualifying. Where it's difficult to say. 2 people I expect to be up with us, or 3 people, Barney, Panther and Melee, have not done runs on the Supersoft yet. So difficult to tell their quality pace. Cowsford once again. Class of the field. 7 tenths clear of us on slower tyres. Sounds about right. Here's the man himself. Interesting to see if we can stay on board. There we go. Thank you, TV director. I mean me. You see, that's where I don't have the confidence to... Oh, great, got the camera bug again when the session ends. Wonderful. That's where I don't have the confidence to throw it in that corner. Up to past the castle. Far too tentative there. No, why so serious? I think a few of his DNFs in the recent races have been because of pretty big bugs with the game itself. So I think he's a little bit frustrated with the game, and I don't blame him. I've seen a clip of his retirement from Spa, and it was completely not his fault. And I think it's Cowsford that was behind him, and the game just glitched, and Cowsford almost appeared inside Weiss Sirius's rear right, and just threw him off into the barrier. So, not Cowsford's fault, not Weiss Sirius's fault, just a game issue, and I think he's a bit frustrated with the game, so he will not be racing, at least for today. Yeah, exactly, so quick through the castle section. I think we'll have to get a banker in qualifying, and then we'll have to throw it through that section and risk crashing, but that's where we're losing time. Panther and Barney improving their times there. Back up to where I would expect them to be anyway. Now Barney is very quick round here, so maybe some competition for Calcifer after all. I really hate this bug. I just have to sit here in darkness for the next couple of minutes. I do have plenty of wings. That's true. I'd be a bit worried about losing more than a wing through that section. Because if you hit the outside wall, you generally hit the inside wall as well, and at not a favourable angle. But we'll see what kind of pace we get our first couple of flying laps in qualifying. If we're lacking a bit, that's where we need to make it up, I'm sure. It's just that horrible kink in the barrier through the castle section. It's just one bit that protrudes, and you should be able to take the corner a lot wider than you actually can. That's what throws me off. It's so narrow. Right, Calcifer finishes P1 from practice. Barney and Panther right up there. Well, Barney right up there with Calcifer. Panther a little way ahead of us. Macy, good times from Toffee, Weeby's pole position, Midget, and Lucas. But of course, no points or starting positions for practice. We go into qualifying, and the form book goes out of the window around this track, I'm sure. One brave man on one set of tyres on one special lap can catapult in many positions. As the saying that has never been said goes. Wish everybody luck. Hopefully we can have a good qualifying session and a good race. Right, let's do this. Let's go out, get a banker in, and then we can be a bit more adventurous in the second run anyway. A lot of traffic here.
Fuel is marginal. We're close to using up the load. Pit in within 2 laps. You're dropping down the order. You're currently in P4. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
There's a lot more time in there, but it's no opening effort. Strap on some new tyres and go again. Just trying a little too hard on that second rump. We got that banker in, so we'll go again. Such a tricky track. I've always enjoyed street circuits, but on this year's game, apart from Singapore, Monaco and Baku in particular, if I try and push at all past that limit, I can't hustle it round. You just lose time and you're going to end up in a barrier. Just have to drive as smooth as I can to get the lap time. Yeah, it'll do, Humbrian. It'll do. We'll see how it shakes out, and we'll go out for another run. I expect to be in the 42s. That's what I did in some practice qualies earlier today. So Should be able to get down to the mid 42s if we get the perfect lap. My perfect lap, make that clear. Sure, people will be able to go quicker. Right, we do not have long, so we must get out. Make hay while the sun shines, Mr. Frodo.
Our best lap so far is a 1:43.1. Checks complete. We're ready.
Right, let's do this. Come on. There's more time in the car. Let's keep it smooth. That's too deep. That's a wall.
We're seeing minor damage.
Okay.
To the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
That's a shame, but that's my fault. Just trying to make up for turn one there. Just overcooked it.
P5 on the grid.
That was a typical J qualifying lap there. Right, come on, let's keep it nice and smooth. Goes far too aggressive into turn one, almost crashed into the barrier, and then hits the barrier on the next corner. Whenever I try and drive fast, I end up crashing or make a mistake. If I just drive, it's normally okay. But hey ho. We've qualified badly pretty much every race so far this season. It's all about the race pace. Called Alonso syndrome. Yeah, I guess. Although that man can just ring it out. even in qualifying sometimes. But we do seem to have the race consistency of Fernando this year. Taking a look at the times there, I think we could have been in between Weebies and Panther if we'd got the right lap in. So I've done some mid 42s earlier today, but just once again didn't do it when it mattered.
So far our fastest lap is a 1 minute 43.1.
We were the fastest man in Sector 2 though, which is interesting. So we'll take that information to the bank. Oh yeah, Calcifer is on softs, you're right. That would be why we're the quickest man in Sector 2 then. Oh well. We were showing him on super softs there, but he obviously didn't finish the lap. Oh, hello. I can never tell if it's the AI at this point. Anything that's got a lap time of 0.006 is the AI. I'm pretty sure everybody's finished their laps. Yeah. Just some crazy AI shenanigans that going on there then. It's a much closer field than we've seen at other races though. So Barney looking in great shape, as is Panther. And then the rest of us, it's less than half a second from 4th down to 10th. But it's Cal that takes pole on soft tyres, as you said, taking the mick there. Great performance from Barney and Panther in 2 and 3. Great lap times from Toffee and Weebies in 4th and 5th. Myself in 6th, Melee in 7th, Midget 8th, pole position 9th, and Macy rounds out the top 10. It's going to be an interesting race, that's for sure. You're right about that, Humbrin. So 1 or 2 stop most likely round here. Sorry, 1 stop most likely, 2 stop possible. But I think if we learnt anything from a few races ago, I can't remember where it was now, but we made the mistake of doing a 2 stop when we should have done a 1. So I think we'll go for a 1. Unless we see excessive wear or obviously circumstances in the race change. We'll see, Umbrian. We'll see. Anything could happen around here. Safety cars are sure to be a factor. Panther and Barney look right on form. We got Melee just behind us, who we can never count out. and Toffee and Weebies are due a good result, so who knows. We're aiming for some decent points in P5, top 5, and if we can get a podium along the way, we will. We'll have to see. Right, I hope everyone enjoys the race. Good luck to everybody taking part as always. Let's try and keep it clean on lap 1.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
Round number 10 in Baku then. It's about to get underway.
We're looking good from the start.
Well, as predicted then, chaos at turn 1. Pushing Toffee along at times there, but decided better of it making a move. I was hoping to make a move on this straight, but that's not going to happen. I think our front wing's okay, yeah.
Okay, clear.
Too eager. Alright, we needed to get that done. Did he? I didn't see the hitting of the barrier. So we snuck past. But we're free, so we need to make the most of this now.
Gap to car in front is 6.7 seconds.
Right, we need to start looking after these tyres. I need them to go quite a bit further. And we destroyed them a little bit on those first few laps. I don't think we're going to have the pace of those two ahead of us. But
So the gap to our
keep the
teammate
tyres in
is
check
39.6
and drive a good race, and you never know. No.
Please, we need to get you on new tyres and move on to a different strategy. The front wing is in a really bad state. We need you back in the pits this lap.
That's not gone well. Oh, I knew that was going to happen at some point.
Times are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box, box, box.
Well, that wasn't ideal, to be honest. Whereas Wise Series, he's not, even show by the way, he's not racing tonight. I think he's got a bit frustrated at all the bugs he's been experiencing, which has been responsible for most of his DNFs recently, which effectively lost him the chance to fight for the championship. Right, we're either going to have to try and go long on these softs or do another super soft stint at the end. Probably go long on these would be the favourite. Long way to go still, so let's keep it smooth, not make another one of those mistakes, and we can still get some decent points here. that curb. It's because I hit that curb. That's why we spam. As I was saying in practice, too many high curbs here. Let's not forget, we've always got the chance for a safety car to bring back our race. A lot of debris ahead, so...
Safety car deployed. The
I was
safety
saying.
car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Top 5 will be the hope. P3 with a safety car now is possible. There's a good chance, of course, that a lot of people will make their one and only stop now, in which case they've got soft tyres that have got to go to the end as well. So we won't be the only ones on trying to take tyres too far. Oh, why has our delta suddenly become an issue again? It wasn't even showing us the delta. Oh, don't do this. Seriously? Oh, that's about as close as it's going to get. Oh, I hate the delta system in this. It's such a pain in the arse, it really is. Bow to the safety car gods. Yeah. Hopefully there'll be another one towards the end of the race and we can swap out off these tyres, because I do wonder if they're going to struggle to do the distance, but we'll see. Thank you, Show. I don't quite have your pace on your day, but we have some pace. So there's an outside chance for a podium here. It depends how the race shakes out, of course. It looks like we should have been a bit quicker to jump a couple more cars in the pits. As it is, I think we're going to pick up one more position. You lost on the MB2K event. Is that why you had to miss this race? For basketball, Show. For basketball. How dare you? It's a shame. You've been a good component so far. Component? you're not like a graphics card or something. You've been a good opponent this year, Show. So it's a shame you're not racing. I hope you join us for the next two. People the best, mate, is it? Never been a huge fan of basketball, I'm afraid. I haven't played a basketball game since... The only one that I've played religiously was NBA Jam on the Sega Mega Drive, so it's been quite a while. I've got to say, one thing that NBA games have nowadays is that compared to other sports games in genres, the face tech, like the animation of the faces and the face scanning, is just second to none. It looks incredible.
Stay out, stay out. There's no need to box under this safety car. We have nothing to gain from new tyres.
We're running with your face in that game.
Okay, you may overtake the car ahead. Pass the car ahead. Let's catch up to
I don't think we can, Jeff, mate. You've really got to stop doing this every time there's a safety car. You cannot overtake the car ahead. That's the point of a safety car. Right. A lot of work to do still. Still got to have a belief. We just can't make another mistake in this race. If we avoid doing that, we've still got a chance maybe of a podium. At least top 4 or 5 to get some decent points. Otherwise, Serious Not Racing, our main competitor for runner-up is Barney, who's racing very well and was in second. So we need to minimise the points we lose to him. Still only about 25 or so points between us two, so... I haven't got the engineer wheel set up. I still haven't bothered doing it. So I can't mute him, I'm afraid. Plus he kind of makes me laugh. Makes everything not quite as serious. Then again, he has been responsible for quite a few accidents this year in this game. Well, the more laps we have behind the safety car, I bet this is going to be on the tyres. This is about when we would have been pitting anyway. Another couple of laps. So...
Pass the car ahead.
I'm not passing him, Jeff, mate. Not happening.
The pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Okay, you may overtake the car ahead. Pass the car ahead.
Okay, surely we've got to get going this lap. You want to try and avoid punting me up the rear, Leo? Just a suggestion. It's very difficult under the safety car though. Hopefully his front wing's okay. Alright, surely we're getting going this time.
Safety car in this lap.
There we
Safety
go.
car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Well, I'm sure this is going to go well. May the racing gods be with us.
The track is clear. Green flag.
was a great little battle. Agreed, Show. Incredibly fair racer, Emilio, has to be said. Always puts his car in the right position.
The gap to the car behind is 1.9 seconds. Considering switching to an alternate strategy, do you want to change or stick to plan A? Okay, distance to teammate, 10.5 seconds.
Really do a DRS, but it's not been reactivated yet. Hopefully the slipstream will be enough.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
He's got some great straight line speed around here.
0.6 seconds. Caution, caution.
Oh, cow's off.
Okay, clear.
Interesting. that again.
Approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Nothing I could do that.
Yellow flag.
Oh, Barney's off as well. That's the same corner Cow did as well. I mean, everyone's made a mistake. So who's leading then? Is it Melee? It may well be Melee here. Or it could be Weebies, to be fair. By the way, they are complete approximations of how to say those names. I have no idea. I'm sorry if that's offensive or completely incorrect. Even Hardy, no need to apologise, buddy. Hope you've had a good day and a good week.
Okay, the pit window has opened. Pit window now open for you. The gap behind us is 5.1 seconds.
that's a bit of front wing gone from Kausma. Starting to feel the pressure, or not got the grip on those mediums that he wants. I'm not sure these softs are going to go to the end, but we're going to give it a bloody good go. Not boxing Jeff, mate. Do want. Send them back to the garage. They're going to be waiting a long time otherwise. Kausma's left. Macy's left. Oh, we're not going to have disconnect issues, are we? This would be horrible. Not at all what we want to see. Oh, it's Panther leading. Of course it is. I pit on lap 6 under the safety car. We didn't get racing again until lap 10, so they should be okay. I'm hoping. They'll be pretty scrubbed at the end, but not much we can do about that. Kausma's rejoined, his car is still there, so he should be able to get back into the race, thankfully. Let's not forget, even if he does DNF, we still need to win the race to keep alive any kind of title chance. Which, let's be honest, with a 74-point lead with 75 to play for, it's all but done. Especially now he's back in the race. It's a shame though. Shame. We always get these kind of issues with Codemasters games. Wish we didn't. Front should suffer more than rear at Baku, so maybe try and be less aggressive on turning. It depends if I want to go for this win. I'm still not decided. Put Panther under some pressure. He may crack. Well, he has been a lot more consistent the last few races. He is quicker than us though. A lot quicker. Thanks, Hardy. I'm not sure I believe myself to win this, but we'll give it a go. Thing is, he's got the tyre life in the mediums, they're going to be more consistent. We're already running out of grip. He's obviously put some fresh tyres on. He's absolutely flying. A long way down, unfortunately. Like Brendan Lee, we got changed dead. Not quite. It's a great performance from Brendan Lee and a great opening sort of event for Formula 1 esports. That final race was so exciting right up until the final lap, and it's great to see a British competitor win the inaugural esports F1 championship race tournament thing. That's not what we need. Right. Pamper's just too quick. We're going to have to settle for second on these tyres and just stroke it home. Mediums, I'm sure he's pushing everything possible. Yeah, I can't. Unless he makes a mistake, we're not in this. What I am worried about is whoever is behind Toffee. If it's Barney or Calcifer, they've almost certainly got super softs on, and they're lapping 3 or 4 seconds a lap quicker at the moment. So, you need to keep these tyres in shape and see if any threat comes from behind. To be fair though, that car, whoever it is, hasn't got past Toffee yet, so I don't think it is Cal or Barney. So I think we're okay. Not boxing, Jeff. Probably should have realised that after I missed your call about 10 laps ago.
Last lap for our pit window.
He's under pressure and he did have to get past the back marker. It has come down a couple of seconds, but I don't think we got the speed left in his tyres to put him under enough pressure. We'll try. Evening Leaf, how you doing, my friend? Welcome along. I'm doing well. I'm sure everybody else is as well. I'm sure they'll let you know though. I don't know why I'm answering for them. Hope you had a good week. That is him. That is Pamper. Has he got any damage? Oh! No way. No way, he's gone. Just turn it down and bring it home. Unbelievable. I feel really sorry for Pamper. He's improved his consistency so much in the last few races, and he held me off magnificently last time in Spa. But he's really cracked there. In fact, everyone's cracked. Even we made a big mistake today. Barney, Calcifer, and now Pamper have all lost the lead by making a mistake. As we very needed there, so let's just bring it home.
starts in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Another useless fact there, Jeff. Cheers, buddy. Not just bring it home. Will be our first win of the season. Nope, it's going to rain in 10 minutes. Don't you just love that, idiot? And I've crashed in this section before, so let's just keep the concentration. Right. I don't know what kind of strange circumstances have happened to make this happen. But after 10 races, we are going to take our first victory in the ORL. Boy, does that feel good. Kousova recovers onto the podium, so Kousova becomes ORL champion. There's nothing we could have done about that, but boy does it feel good to finally win. We've had 4 podiums this season, never the top step. We finally do it. A lot of luck and circumstance, of course, but you need that in racing. Thanks, guys. That was some race. But then it was Baku. It was always going to be, wasn't it? A lot of AI accidents here by the look of it. I don't know what's going on screen. Thanks, Leaf. Show. R7. Humbury and Hardy. Thanks, guys. As per usual. Absolutely pouring with sweat after that one. It fell into our lap. Let's not be... Let's admit that. You know, Kousova, Panther and Barney all led that race at one point or another. But it was that safety car that changed the race, really. Because we were out of it at that point. That one safety car enabled us to get the extra life out of those soft tyres. And on the restart, we made the moves when it mattered. And there's a Red Bull that's definitely not going anywhere in a hurry. I think that's Toffee's car. In which case, I don't know how he got back to the pits. There we go then. It's incredible that man, Kousova, somehow gets back onto the podium. Great second place for Toffee. Drove really consistently all race. And had a good few battles on track with him. I think he's had a podium before this season. But he's not had many, so congratulations to him. Third place for Cal. Wraps up the title for him. And I think we are all but runner-up now as well. I have to double check that one. But a great race from all. Some great points for pole position in 4th. Weeby's in 5th. Panther unfortunately in 6th. Still some good points, but I'm sure he'll feel disappointed after leading that race right up until almost the end. Emilio, consistent as always, good points in 7th. Some great points for Lucas. And uncharacteristically bad days for Barney and Mile. Whether they had problems, issues, we saw obviously Barney's issue. But they still get some points in 9th and 10th. There's a lot of stuff in the group chat about what happened in that race. Seems to be some issues that caused people's incidents, but look, we'll take it. Yeah, that would have been your win count for sure. Well, no, it would have been Panthers. Whether you would have been able to close them down, I don't know. Obviously, unfortunately, it looks like Panther had an incident with the bat markers, looking at it. But yeah, it's really unfortunate you lost connection because you just passed me when that happened, so... Yeah, you was putting some in some great times on those tyres, Cal. 10-second penalties didn't count, so you should be second. Yeah, that's true. You should be. But you're the winner of the championship, so I'm sure that's all you'll care about today. All right. Thanks, Umbrian. That's appreciated, man. Right, I don't really know what to say after that. It's a great win, but it was not enough. It's typical, isn't it? What we needed to do to keep the championship alive was win, and for Calcifer not to get any points. And we take our first win of the season, but Cal, as always, right back up there on the podium. So congratulations to him. And I think if it can only be a few points away from being runner-up. So that's a great first season, and we still got 2 races left to have some fun as well. Indeed, Umbrian, indeed. So appreciated. Right, I think we're going to wrap up the stream there, guys. Had a long old day today, and that race was definitely taxing mentally and a little bit physically. So I'm going to sit down and watch a film and have an early night, I think. But I hope everybody enjoyed the race. As always, thank you everybody for tuning in. And of course, this wouldn't work if you guys weren't watching and supporting along. So I'm glad you all enjoyed it. That was, yeah, we're winners. Whatever happened to everybody else, I never like to see it to competitors, but we get a win at last. So 2 races to go. Yeah, do leave. It was a crazy race for sure. So that VOD should go up in a couple of hours. Well, probably just over an hour on the channel. So if anybody's just tuning in now or missed some of it, you can watch it back there. And as always, I really appreciate you guys. If you're looking for the next live stream, that's going to be the Endurance Series back on Wednesday. Haas Motorsport Manager should continue tomorrow, as long as I can get it recorded tomorrow evening. And if you're just interested in the ORL League, we'll be back next Sunday for the penultimate race in... Bear with me. I should have researched this, to be fair. We will be going to Japan. So we're in Suzuka for the next race, and then the final race the week after will be in Monza. So be sure to join us for that one if you can. If you're able to join the endurance stream midweek, I'd really love to see you there. And as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. I'm gonna go take a shower now.